this question a lot recently on the channel. Ever since I installed the Corona mid-pipe and downpipe on my Turbo X, I've gotten a lot of questions asking, well, since this downpipe is catless, how do you pass emissions? And today I'm going to be addressing that. Now before we get into this video, I've been thinking recently on the channel. I have done a lot of content recently on the Turbo X, and I haven't really done any content on anything besides that. So I want to know, do you guys want to keep seeing content on only the Turbo X, or would you guys like to be seeing content on other Saab related stuff or other stuff not Saab related? So I'm going to put a poll up here in the video right now for you guys to choose what kind of content you would rather see on the channel. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. So depending on what car you have, you're going to have a different amount of O2 sensors. Most cars have 2 O2 sensors. This is an example of one car that has 2 O2 sensors, and newer cars will have up to 4 O2 sensors. I'm actually going to go outside and grab my old downpipe so that way we can get a better idea of where O2 sensors are going to be located on this car specifically, and on, quite frankly, a lot of other cars. So here we have my OEM downpipe for the Turbo X, and by the way guys, if anyone is interested in this downpipe or wants it for some reason, please email me or DM me on Instagram. This downpipe specifically will only fit V6 cross-wheel drive 9.3, so very limited amount of cars that it will fit. But like I said, if you're interested, go ahead and email me or DM me on Instagram. So here we have, of course, the catalytic converter. This is the part of the downpipe that comes off the turbo, and this is the part of the downpipe that leads into the mid-pipe and the rest of the exhaust. So here we have our primary O2 sensor, and of course here we have our secondary O2 sensor. So when I got my downpipe, I had to buy a defouler. Now what a defouler will do is it'll essentially fool your ECU into thinking that you still have a catalytic converter when in fact you don't have a catalytic converter. Of course, when I installed my new downpipe, it had outlets for the, or inlets I guess, for the O2 sensor here and here, same 2 spots. But of course, with there being no cat here and it just being a straight pipe the whole way through, the ECU is going to throw a code and say, hey, why don't you have a catalytic converter on your car? And of course, when I go to take my car to get tested for emissions here in Arizona, they're going to plug in their OBD2 and see, oh, you got to check engine light, you don't have a catalytic converter on this car, you're not going to pass. So get that fixed. The defouler will screw into here, and then your O2 sensor, your old O2 sensor, will screw into the back of the defouler. So I'll go ahead and show some pictures of the defouler that I took when I installed the downpipe, and I'll go ahead and play a quick video of me getting the defouler ready for installation, I guess you could say, and then we'll come back and finish talking about this. So the old O2 sensor will screw into this end. We will then put the washer on this end and put one of these, I'm going to be using the middle one because I've heard that one works best. We're going to be putting that in there, and then this will screw into the downpipe. And this will basically give the ECU a false reading and make it think that there's a cat there. I actually am going to be using this one, the one with the smallest hole. I'm deciding to switch from the middle one just because I've been told by Matt at Corona himself and a couple other people that this is the best one to use. So I was wrong when I just said earlier that the middle one is what you should use. So use this one. We're going to just drop it in there and get this snap ring, which was a pain in the ass to get back out. I had no trouble getting it in with this tool, but getting it out was a different story. Alright, so there we go. The snap ring is in there, and now we're ready to screw this into the secondary O2 sensor and get it on the car. Okay, so there's the defouler, and there's the O2 sensor. So after I installed the defouler on the new downpipe and plugged the old O2 sensor back into it and I started the car, I expected to get a check engine light still. Now I didn't get a check engine light, and I've put probably 500 or 600 miles on the car since installing the downpipe, and I still have not gotten a check engine light, which is fair to say that the defouler has done its job. So this is not a promotional video or a sponsored video or anything, but if you guys do need a defouler of some sort for your car, then I'll provide a link down in the description for where I bought the specific defouler I used for my car. And according to Corona, it has a 100% success rate. He's had no problems, or no customers have had problems with it, me being one of them. So I can vouch for that now and say that, yeah, it's legit and it'll work for your car. With that being said, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time.
Check your body.